Good afternoon, I'm Suzanne Virdee. It's been another great day for Team GB at the Olympics. Jo Chung became the first British man to win gold in the modern pentathlon. Boxer Galal Yafai won gold in the men's flyweight. Cyclists Matt Walls and Ethan Hayter took silver in the cycling. Tom Daley has added a bronze to his gold medal. And minutes ago, Josh Kerr also won a bronze in the men's 1500 metres. Lewis Warner rounds up the action.
Yes, and there is confirmation.
Team GB's golden flurry started with Birmingham's Galal Yafai beating his Filipino opponent in the men's boxing flyweight final. His handiwork helps make this Great Britain's best Olympic boxing tally in over a century. In the final round, Yafai's effective defensive work made it clear this was his to lose. With just seconds left, the clock in his favour, he prevented his opponent landing a clean blow.
I grew up watching many British athletes, British boxers winning medals at the Olympic Games. Amir Khan, obviously Anthony Joshua, Luke Campbell. They're all massive British stars in boxing. And I'm just so glad that I followed in their footsteps, and now I can call myself an Olympic champion too.
Following in the footsteps of Kate French's golden win in the women's modern pentathlon, Jo Chung today became the first male GB athlete to win the gold.
Flat out, up towards the line.
In the velodrome, it was silver for GB's Matt Walls and Ethan Hayter in the men's Madison cycling event. Propelled to the podium after success from Laura Kenny and Katie Archibald, who claimed gold yesterday. In what some say could be his last ever Olympic appearance, Great Britain's Tom Daley has delivered again. With gold and now bronze around his neck, he's achieved his dream. Throwing himself into the men's 10-metre platform final, Daley got off to an impressive start. His first 3 dives scoring high with the judges. But entry on his backwards triple somersault meant he slipped back at the end of his time in Tokyo. And in the last few minutes, Josh Kerr has won bronze in the men's 1500 metres. Great Britain remains 4th in the medals table with 20 golds, behind Japan, the United States and China. With 63 medals secured, Team GB has already surpassed its unofficial target, and there's still hope of more to come on the final weekend of Olympic action. Lewis Warner, ITV News.
Downing Street says Boris Johnson will not self-isolate after a member of his staff tested positive for COVID during a trip to Scotland. Mr Johnson visited Scotland on Wednesday and Thursday. Number 10 says the trip was carried out in line with COVID rules and insists the Prime Minister has not been in close contact with anyone who's tested positive. Labour's described the decision as another example of one rule for them and another for everyone else. Meanwhile, the vast majority of coronavirus restrictions in Wales come to an end today as the country moves into its COVID alert level 0. That means there'll now be no limit on the number of people who can meet indoors. Nightclubs will be able to reopen and social distancing laws will be lifted. But face masks will still have to be worn in shops and on public transport. Britain is to send 21 firefighters to Greece to help battle the wildfires around Athens. More than 150 wildfires continue to rage across the country. The latest locals and tourists to flee the inferno were these people who were taken to safety on board a ferry. The latest person to die was a volunteer firefighter. Finally, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have released a new picture of Princess Charlotte. The photo taken by Kate close to the family's home in Norfolk shows the 6-year-old carefully holding a tiny butterfly in her hands, all part of the Big Butterfly Count initiative, which is taking place to count and classify butterflies in the UK. And that is it. Our next news is at 4. Until then, have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.